Well, hello everyone, TheOntarioGardener here, back with another modded PlateUp tutorial. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about lasagna. And this is what I've come up with as probably the most compact design there is. Now, there's always a hint there that things like the pot stack, portioner, prep stations are not necessary. But as you see, everything fits in a 4x6 spot with one extra tile. If you really wanted to use this extra tile, you could put the cheese up here and just run this down into here. It doesn't really matter. But you need to have 4 combiners. You need to have 3 mixers, or conveyor mixers mainly. And then your pasta is just regular one. It used to take what's called boxed noodles, but now it's just noodles. It's been updated since whenever. And of course you have your portioner to portion the cooked lasagna and going into a prep station. Now again, your design may be different. If you put your prep station out here, you run a conveyor like that, but I'm just showing you how compact you can actually make this for full automatic. Let's just run this and I'll explain basically what's happening. So you have to add your pasta into your pot. You have to add chopped meat, chopped cheese, and tomato sauce. And the way that this works, this is a cycle effect. This is how I do my auto soups and a lot of other type of things that rely on pots, is you have to cycle them to get all the ingredients in. And the main reason here is because one tile only has either 4 inputs or outputs. There's only 4 sides. This requires 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could pin them all together, but the problem is you could never access them. So by doing it in a cycle like this, it works perfectly fine. Honestly, it does. The lasagna itself has 6 portions, so that's a lot. So I mean, you could serve 3 2-person tables from one lasagna, and it cooks fairly quickly too. I can't pull a whole lasagna off of here, just to show you how easily. I'll do it a different way. We'll get out of this and we'll just let it run again, and I'll just do practice one more time to show you just how quick. I mean, it is very, very quick compared to some things like soup. Like soup has to cycle 3 times if you do it this method. One is to get the water in the pot, the other one's to get the onion in the pot, and then it has to be the cooked onion has to cycle around to pick up the carrot or the the meat or whatever it is. So here you're cycling again. You have the meat, you have the sauce, you have the cheese, and you have the noodles, which is so cool that it actually turns the pot into like a serving pot. It's not a serving pot, like a serving dish, like you would have with a casserole. And by the way, you see how I have it here with the portioner, the grabber, and the prep station, that's 6 slots. That's 6 spots. You have 1 slot, 2, and then you have 4 here, which is 6. So that gives you a full lasagna always in here. You're always going to have one being portioned, and you're always going to have one on the hob. Now, can you configure this differently where you have 3 cooked ones ready to go? Of course you can, but then again, that would not be compact, and this is all about compact designs. You guys know how I do my auto tutorials, and this is basically, I'll get out of this so you can take a screenshot if you like. This is as compact as you can make this. There are no wasted tiles. There's 1 extra tile that's doing nothing, but it's not considered wasted because you couldn't put anything there anyway. But there you go, guys. Another thing you could do is you could put a teleporter here, and you could run your prep station, in your dining room if you're playing with more than 1 person. Or depending on how you're serving, if you're serving in the dining room, you could have this all the way back in a corner somewhere. All it takes is 1 teleporter, because the way the pots work is when the pot is empty, it turns back into the regular potted stack, and then it turns right back into the lasagna pot as soon as you start adding 2 of the ingredients that make the lasagna. And again, this is part of the Medieval Canadian mod pack. You can find it on the Steam Workshop as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. It'd be much appreciated. It would be much appreciated. And if you're enjoying my automation videos, I have some way back over a year ago from the time of the recording this video at the end of June. Feel free to pop back there. Most of them are still valid. If you find one that isn't valid or that is broken, please let me know and I will happily remake it for everybody. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Also, follow me on the over on the Ontario Gardener 2nd channel. Link is in the description below. Much appreciated, and I'll catch you guys in the next automation tutorial. Take care now.